Hey everyone, the motivational professor here. We're going to jump right into crude oil. So I'm going to minimize my face. I'm going to put it down here. And again, we still have between here and here that we are going to talk about on this video. So the first thing I want to do is I'm on the daily chart here. I want to take a look at this analysis. So I want to go ahead and go up here and I want to change the candles to the line chart. And I want you to see a couple of things. We're going to mark a couple of day zones right in here. Okay, we can see here clearly we have a zone. We're going to go back over here, and I want to mark a couple of other things that I want you to see. Let's mark right here, and then to the top side, we'll mark this one right in here. Then you're going to go back up here to the top. We're going to go back to our candles. Now, again, I want you to keep in mind that this gap here has still not closed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab another horizontal line. We had price come to here, but I'm going to make this yellow, and I'm going to go ahead and grab another one. So we still have this area right in here that is still the gap, meaning price has not yet closed the gap from 2 weeks ago. Okay, we started heading in that route, and we're not there yet. So what can we expect? Well, first of all, depending on what price does with the Sunday gap, this is what I'm hoping for. I'm actually hoping that we go up a little bit in price so we can get a better price entry on crude oil. Okay, let me move this down here. So first thing you got to keep in mind is this right here. And we're going to be jumping down to the 15-minute chart. This is our first level right here, sitting at about 79. Okay, that's going to be a strong level. And then we have another level up here, which is also connecting to the 50-day moving average. So this yellow line that you see moving here, okay, that connects to the only moving average that I use on my charts, because the moving average is a phenomenal place for both entries and for exits as well. Now we kind of finished up in this doji candle right here. So this is why, I would love to see oil come back up here, and I'm hoping that it does for a couple of different reasons, mainly so we can get a better price up here to then take this down to close the gap. But also, let's take a look at this. Let's draw our Fibonacci from this drop right here all the way down to where price is gone. Now, if you notice, for those of you that have been trading for a little while and you've heard about the golden ratio, right, the Fibonacci ratio, this is lining up perfectly with the 50-day moving average, because that ratio is right here, the 61.8, right? So I'm hoping that we do something like this, and then this will be a great sell opportunity, okay, right here for me off the zone, the 50-day moving average, which might be, coming down, and then we're going to take this sucker all the way down for the longer type of trades, okay? So I like to do intraday trading, but I also like to keep a couple of positions for a swing trade if given the opportunity as well. So we're going to keep this Fibonacci level here, and we're going to walk down to the 1 hour chart, because I want you to see this from a different point of view, and I want to give you some possible entries at different levels. Okay, so again, we talk a lot, and I talk a lot about the 50-day moving average. This is why I love it, because let me grab my marker. You can just see here how price has been hovering off that 50-day moving average. Great opportunities to be scalping oil. And again, we talked about it on the last video, right? If you can grab 20 to 30 cents a day on oil, close that trade, okay? And you do that 5 times a day, and you're trading $1 per point, right? You are easily going to begin to have somewhere between $80 to $100 trading days. So this is why, don't go for the home run. Look to scalp oil whenever you can. So going back to the current chart, we can see how when price broke above the 50-day moving average right here, right, it came back to tag it up, tag it up, tag it up, tag it up, tag it up. So this is why the 50-day moving average I love, and it's the only indicator that I use on my chart. So this is what we're hoping for. And again, we don't know what price is going to do with the Sunday gap. But the first thing you got to keep in mind is that we do have a strong zone sitting right here again at about 79. That's psychological even number sitting right there. So, this, if price comes up, this has to be our first. Let me grab a arrow, right? If price comes up to here, we have to see what's going to happen with price, right? We might have a false breakout like we did, right here. That price came up and then just crashed all the way down. So this is a nice area where you can take a sell position with a very tight stop loss and see what happens. And then our next area, we talked about it, is up here at that 80.51, okay? But again, on the daily chart, which is where, I like to look for my fib levels, again, that golden ratio 61.8 is sitting right up here at that 80.51 zone area. So again, we can just look to the left and we can see that we have another strong zone up in this area, which lines up perfectly with the 50-day moving average. So we're going to see a couple of things happen. If price begins to move up, we are going to see price come up here, reject, then come back down here, or we're going to see price break this, come back down to retest this zone, and then head back up to this next zone, right? So the higher we get with crude oil, the heavier lot size that I choose for my trades. I'm going much heavier with a higher price point if the gap has not been closed. Okay, keep in mind that that gap is still down in here between 75.66 and 76.77, right? If for whatever reason price opens up today down here, and let's put a red for a red candle, right? If we gap somewhere down in here and it closes the gap, then these zones are still valid, but my methodology for trading this now obviously changes because now we would create a gap to the top side that would need to be filled, okay? So, that's why it's important to have multiple zones in multiple areas. And ironically enough, if you look right here to your left, you can see all this traffic right in here. So this gap area is another zone that if we do, let me get rid of this, if we do come back down here, again, knowing that this area where the gap is also another strong zone. In this case, it would be a zone of support, okay? So this is kind of what we're looking at. This should be your play for this week. And I'm going to jump all the way back down to kind of wrap this up here on the 5-minute time frame. And again, if you're brand new to trading or you've been trading for a while, we do now have a membership opportunity for you. Go down into my page, click the join button. We have 3 different membership levels, but the one for trading with trading videos, trading analysis, trading signals, and trading setup is on the Diamond membership. So if you're interested, take a look at that. It's a cup of coffee a month. And the only reason why I'm doing that is to be able to make sure that you at least have a small investment that everyone can afford versus free, and then you don't take it seriously. Okay, so again, for a cup of coffee a month, you can have access to members-only videos, members-only trades, members-only analysis that will come specifically in the members area. So here we are on the 5-minute chart. We can see here, let me grab a trend line. We can see here, right, that we came from this area and we are moving up. So again, I'm hoping that we continue that up to this zone right in here. And this will be the first place that I look for a sell opportunity. I am not going to buy in this zone, okay? I am not going to buy here right now. I'm going to wait to see what the gap does. I'm patient enough to get a better price point if the gap does not close, right? If this doesn't close with the Sunday trading, the Sunday gap trading, and price continues to elevate up, I'm looking for a sell in this first spot and then another sell up here if we continue to ride up, okay? So my bias is that we are going to close the gap this week. It might be fairly quickly or early in the week. So I'm hoping to get a better price point to the top side of crude oil. Okay, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below in the comment area. I will get back to you within 24 hours. Again, take a look at our exclusive Diamond membership for trading analysis. If you got some value on this video, then a simple thumbs up, liking it. And if you're brand new, subscribe, try it out for 30, 60 days and see if you don't get enough value. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.